Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube, and I use spirit, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, most amazing viewers. I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so thankful you guys are here. We have quite the lengthy reading. So grab your tea, grab your water, whatever you guys need. We're going to take a look at someone who can't get you off their mind for whatever reason. So they can't stop thinking about you for whatever reason, and we will take a look at what that reason is and who this person is. Okay, so for those of you guys selecting a pile, if you're drawn to one of these piles, it could certainly be your energy. Okay, if that's the case, you can go check out another pile to see if there's an energy that you recognize. Now, keep an open mind, because who's thinking about you might be someone that you're not expecting. Okay, so this is just whatever strongest energy will pull through. Okay, don't feel obligated to listen to your pile. Now, for those of you guys who are new here, I do suggest you listen to my disclaimer. Okay, and I know some of you guys also are tarot readers, so you guys might be interested in some of the cards. So I will be doing things a little differently here. I'll put a timestamp to the cards I'm using, and as well, we'll go through my disclaimer as quickly as I can. So for the disclaimer, if you're new to tarot, then you guys are very safe and welcome in this space with me today. How does it work? Well, tarot will reflect back to you your intuition. Okay, so I'm just mirroring back to you something you already know. If this is news that you haven't heard, or something you're completely not knowing, and it it like shocks you, then it's definitely not your pile. Okay, because tarot is really just reflecting back to you what you already know, so you resonate with that knowing. And if it is if you're using tarot to sort of predict the future, then that's not how to use the tarot, especially not here. I am solely reading energy as energy sits, based on what it is that you're putting out energetically, and mirroring that back to you, communicating what the cards are showing. And I do use my own intuition, and I do tap into the divine. So through ways of I could get downloads, hear the divine, and also through my five senses pick up on anything that is cluing into your reading and your energy when I am channeling that reading. Okay, so the tarot is just a small part, and I also use oracle cards here as well. But the disclaimer here is, do not base your life decisions based on a YouTube reading, regardless of who's doing the reading. Okay, and it certainly isn't predicting your future. You can change your course of energy based on making decisions using your free will. That's certainly up to you. Okay, I'm not dictating anything, nor am I suggesting you do anything. Now, we do a lot of healing here, which means that the messages that pull through, giving guidance and advice, is coming through from spirit. And if I do interject with any of my own sort of opinion, I will certainly say so, although that is something I don't tend to do unless I can completely resonate with what I'm seeing as something that I can offer friendly advice here. Okay, I welcome all viewpoints, even if they are challenging what it is that I'm reading. That's fine, although I'm just reading the divine. It's not my opinion. So if you have a disagreement, then you're disagreeing with your own energy and spirit. So you could take that up with spirit, although if you want to leave comments, that's fine, because that will help the algorithm. And I love you guys just the same. All right. And for those of you guys who don't understand a pile, it's not your reading. Don't force it. It should be something that you understand. Now, I'll try not to ramble, because I know sometimes it might make things difficult, but if I do ramble or use certain words, it's specifically meant for the person tapping into that pile to understand it. That's what's reflecting back. So if someone else goes there and that word means something else to them, it's going to mean that to them. So we can have like a million different meanings in one pile, because it should be reflective of that person's energy. And spirit's going to select exactly through me, knowing my energy, to be able to communicate what that is. And so I don't know what those words are, or how it flows. It's going to be as it comes out. So if you have issues with my channeling, I do apologize. There's lots of readers out here, and I'm not always going to be the one that fits with you the most for all your readings, or certainly maybe not for any, and that's absolutely fine. You are free to go. Click on unsubscribe or stay subscribed. It really is your choice, although I wish you would stay, and maybe at some point we can, work together. But yeah, I do intend on always delivering the truth of what it is I see. And sometimes the messages come through very, very direct, meaning it's going to be at an extreme of either fairly positive or negative, you know, in order for me to pick up on that energy. And so, although I do want to deliver the messages gracefully and as kindly as possible, sometimes when I'm channeling, it's coming through in the exact way to deliver what it is that I need to see here. Okay, so it could be on any scale. You know, if I say something that sounds a little extreme, then just sort of use your own intuition to how that plays into your situation. Okay, so yeah, like just do that and you should have no problems with the tarot. Now, if you find you're addicted to tarot, then it just means potentially that you're in a programmed state. And so I just ask you to, you know, observe yourself as you listen. Do not identify or attach with the person who is the one who's addicted to the tarot, because I know sometimes tarot could be a little addicting. Okay, but we might just be trying to find something outside of ourselves that's never going to come. Okay, so if you've been in the tarot trap for years and years watching tarot because you are trying to solve an issue, then I don't know that I'm your best reader, you know, because I want you to use tarot to, you can use it for years and years only if you notice you're ascending, healing, progressing, then of course, because this is your preferred sort of method to tap into the divine. And maybe you don't read tarot, and so this makes complete sense. Okay, but if you are trying to seek for answers from tarot readers, but you're not getting better, in fact, your issues are staying the same, or you're doing circles, then I don't want that for you, nor do I want to enforce any of that. Okay, so if you're stuck on a person, problem, or whatever, if you find you're not healing, or at least working on your shadow or becoming a better person, a healed version of yourself, more ascended, then probably not going to be the place for you here. Okay, you can do what you wish, and I do want you to stay, although I do not want to enforce any sort of unhealthy behaviors or patterns, or, you know, keep you in perpetual suffering. Okay, so now that we got the disclaimers out of the way, let's go through the cards we'll be using. So we have the angelic work. I won't read them. I'll just kind of hold them up here and then put a timestamp. Ooh, I'm so sorry if I took your ears off. We got a disaster happening. We got a disaster happening. I'm okay. I'm alive. I probably should have picked a place to stack these. I'll leave the video running for a bit. You guys can go ahead and select your pile. I will see you at your pick. Hello, pile 3. You guys picked the amethyst stone. I guess I could have probably held those up for you guys. Take a look at this beaut. All right. If at any point you want to click off this reading because it doesn't resonate with your intuition, you can go check out another. Okay. You don't have to sit to the end to say it didn't resonate. Okay. Because most likely you'll find one pile that resonates if you're drawn to my channel. So we have the blank domino. And we're going to look at the person on your mind. Person on your mind. Oh my goodness. Maybe you're thinking of this person too. We'll see. This is someone who is thinking of you. Okay. They can't get you off their mind. And we're going to look at who this person is and then why it is that they're thinking of you. You know, what are they thinking exactly? So let's take a look at who they are and then we'll pull the why. Okay. So we have the sign of Libra. This is cooperation too perfect, decisions about, and resulting from the fairness shown by. Now, like I said in the intro, this could be your own energy, all right? Rooster and gambler. Light attributes, willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. Shadow attributes, relying on luck rather than hard work. And we have the Norway lemming. The small rodent from the Scandinavian tundra lives in colonies, forming vast networks of tunnels. The female is very fertile. From the age of 3 weeks, she can give birth to a litter of between 5 and 8 young per month, greatly increasing their numbers. Much to the delight of its predators, when the numbers become too large, lemmings undertake long migrations. And we have card 46 with Jupiter Chiron. And we also have 25 with Mercury Chiron. Wow. We have the river, number 34. And we have the Therapet, which is this little, it looks like a hamster. No, hamsters don't have long tails. I have no idea what this animal is. Okay, I don't look at these cards. So it says, let's just deal with today. You can deal with tomorrow. So let's put this little, I don't know, what is he, you guys? No idea. Don't know, but that's okay. It's cute nonetheless. Cutie patootie. Okay, so let's roll the dice. We're gonna get the astrological house that pulls through here in this reading. So we have the 6th house. Okay, this is all about health, fitness, systems. This is Virgo energy. Okay, habits, service. And now let's take a look at the energy as to the why here, okay? Because it might bleed in the two areas. I'll try to start with who they are and then this part, but I like it all out so I can see. So we have the card of autumn with 19. And we have passion, lots of orange, taking me back to the sacral energy. And we have expand. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is longer. Oh my goodness, why am I having a hard time reading? Okay, you're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. And we have thriving with the giraffe. Giraffes, I should say. There's 3 giraffes here. And we have release, more autumn energy. Look at that. And we have 20 with ghosts. And we have Juno with partnership, card 31, or the number 4. And then we also have orphaned with card number 5. So I'm going to see if I could find a home for these cards. If I can just slide these over and we can make it all fit here for you guys. Okay, now I don't know whether this energy is going to come out exactly as intended, because this is the person and this is why. Okay, once it channels, it might come just, I don't know. I never know what Spirit's going to show me, and I don't ever time like my readings. That's why they're so long, because whatever Spirit has to say, Spirit has to say, and I don't know how long it'll take or how it comes out. Okay, and yeah, so don't force any of this stuff to fit. I'm going to tap into this energy, and like I said, this certainly can be your own self pulling through here. You're thinking of yourself. Okay, pile number one. Let me get into this reading. Give me a second. Okay, beautiful people. So this person who is thinking of you, I feel like this person is quite charming, you know, but I do feel also they have this protector side of them. Like they're very, I do feel is kind of like a person who is not shy. And I think this person really likes to, he's kind of like a show off here, but I don't feel like it's, you know, something that, I don't know, it's not like an arrogant showing off. I feel like it's just they're proud of themselves. And I feel why they're proud of themselves is because I do feel like this person has had a challenging upbringing. I think they've gone through quite a bit and they've come a long way. Like they've healed quite a bit, you know? So they're a big personality because I feel like the healing that this person has gone through has really turned them into wanting to be the best, biggest version of themselves. So I do feel like this person tends to be someone who, you know, speaks their mind, stands up for themselves, knows what they want, but there's also this like very charming side to this person. Um, you know, could be quite romantic as well, like just in regards to their relationships with people. They could be, you know, a smooth talker or someone who just likes to engage with people. You know, I do feel this is a broad person, so either they're really built or like someone who's, you know, they're not very light, okay? And it could just be a metaphor for their personality. Like it's a heavy-ish personality, or maybe they're just like a plump person here, or probably just a little, you know, bigger. But they do definitely have big energy, you know, and this could be someone, you know, like I'm really getting bouncer type energy, you know, someone like a bouncer who just kind of speaks with their body language a lot, and they have a very confident body language, but when you get to know them, it's kind of like gentle giant type way. But I don't feel this person is very silent like a gentle giant, although they're tender and soft in that way. And I feel like they have a more upbeat vibe than their body posture is giving off. So they could be quite intimidating to the same sex, is what I feel. Okay, I am getting a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, but that's sort of the vibe they carry with them because of maybe their confidence and their ability to exude this, you know, this energy. But at the same time, there's like this when you talk to them, there's like big smiles, big sparkles, gentleness, kindness, you know. But I feel like this person will talk about their pain. So maybe they've experienced something here that has really, really changed them in a way that's been so profound that they have to sort of share what they know, what they learn. So I feel like this person's always sort of giving advice or, you know, like finding a better way to do something because they have a story or an experience, or they want to share with you some understanding they have based on a struggle of the past, how they overcame, you know. And I feel like this person could certainly be the type of person that goes with the flow. Like they have no problems just being spontaneous and seeing what happens. And I feel like this allows this person to experience a lot of random things, you know, and be very lucky because they're, you know, you take 10 shots, you're bound to land one, as opposed to if you take 3 shots, you might not land anything. So I feel like this person, you know, they don't mind taking their shot. So I do feel like this person might be someone who engages a lot with strangers and people, you know, and have no problems getting rejected or turned down. Like they're just with the flow. I'll talk to whoever, I'll do kind of whatever here, and not out of a desperation, but out of I just kind of confident with myself. And they understand the rewards of the benefits and that they can gain if something does go right by putting themselves out there or connecting or communicating with strangers or individuals or getting to know people. So definitely not a shy personality here at all. I feel like this person is always either creating something, or if you talk to them, it's like they have a new business idea, or they're working on a project. They have like a bunch of things they're sort of involved with. It could be that this person has multiple children as well. Okay, like a father. Could be a mother if you resonate with it to being a divine feminine energy, but or they could come from a big family, like a lot of siblings, like they have a lot of brothers, you know, or they could come from like a mixed marriage where they had like a lot of siblings. That could be step siblings, or you know, of their extended family, or their cousins were like their family, and so they have a bunch of siblings, big family. Or they could just have a lot of kids with whatever, like maybe when they were younger too, like a teenager, maybe they had a couple kids or something like this. Also feel like, the back to the creation, like I feel like there's somebody here who just is happy and doing a lot of things, and as a result they are well off from it. So they might have multiple side hustles, and then as a result, you know, they're well off because they might stumble across something that actually stuck or is successful for this person. Although I do feel like this person is still trying to figure it out. And I do also feel like this person could sometimes be, because of their experience, maybe the type that knows, thinks they know how you should do or be. And so there could be this energy of, it's not really controlling so much as it is, I already know the answer to your problem, and so you should do this. Not that they would ever force you, but it's almost that sort of an energy. You know, like when someone gives you advice and then you don't take it, it's like, well, you don't have to, you know? But it's almost like this person gives advice like with the intention that you're going to do exactly as they say. I don't know why that's coming up, but that's coming up. And then I do feel like this person, they have quite strong confidence, but I feel like it might be an overinflated confidence in some way. Like, yes, they do have a history of healing and going through a lot, so they have well earned reason to be in an energy. But I feel like there's an over compensations of this energy of having to be tougher, bigger. So this could be someone this is pulling through who goes to the gym a lot, you know, but it's like, I'm gonna overcompensate, like the things, like at least I have control over my body, right? So I'm going to overcompensate and go to the gym and almost be like a gym freak and get really buff, you know. Meanwhile, it's like the more you see this person at the gym, the more there's like an unresolved shadow that they need to deal with. And so there's this, it's like, I'm going to be tough and big and get to really, you know, fit or whatever. And I'm going to avoid this other part, you know, another part here that is more difficult to deal with. Although I do feel this person, you know, we'll talk about their healing, like I said, and they might have a very good way with words. And the reason maybe they have a good way with words is because they've had to really get a good understanding of what has happened to them, you know, from a mental aspect, like a good understanding. And so they can speak to this. So they might have a very broad vocabulary here, but I feel like there's an exclusion of feelings that really need to be experienced. And so I feel like there's this shadow side of this person that is either suppressed or hasn't yet been dealt with. And so this person is more outwardly sort of, you know, like exerting themselves in the world, but it seems very sort of 3D-ish, you know, like gym and physical body and businesses or projects, or like doing a lot of things here. This person has a lot of potential, And I feel like this person still hasn't found their life purpose. And I feel like despite all the things this person is sort of dealing with, there's still something that they can accomplish and do and provide to this world, that spirit's saying that's going to happen here as a result of this person's optimistic viewpoint of just doing it. Like they do things here that they know the reward, and so they're not really fearing doing this type of stuff. I do feel this person does like to keep the peace. Like, I don't feel like this person tries on purpose to ruffle feathers or anything, but I do feel like this more dominant energy of maybe being a little controlling with their, it's not even the controlling word. I wish I had a bigger vocabulary, I could explain it, but it's an energy, because I'm describing energy right now, okay? So sometimes spirit comes through with the word, but sometimes I got to just use the words that are describing this energy. And I feel like it's a confidence. And so, you know how when people are intimidated, they are more intimidated by people who are extra confident. So I feel like this person has almost they're unaware of how they have to adapt with the room, and not saying they have to play small or that they have to dim their lights or that they have to be inauthentic. But if they were to understand that there's different personalities, and so in order to connect with people, they might have to listen, or they might not have to do what it is that they generally do, because someone might just not want to come out or share or be understood. Yeah. I feel people have a hard time feeling, I don't know if you guys heard the pig in my stomach. My stomach's gurgling. This person has a difficult time. I think they have an energy of being all encompassing and welcoming, because this is their intention, and they are like this energy that wants to put that out. But what they're actually putting out, and I think this is their shadow, is that they're not seeking to understand the person. So the person they're really trying to connect with wants to be understood, wants to be accepted, wants to come out however they come out, without being judged, without this person maybe having an opinion about it, without this person maybe already knowing what they need to do, without this person already having a preconceived answer or a thing, But I think this person just is trying to connect in that way, like, hey, I can relate with you, I understand you, and this is their way of bonding. But it's not about them. If someone has a problem, it's like they want to speak the problem so that they can either, and it's not just so they can vent and then this person doesn't help. It's more of seek to really understand what I'm saying and my pain, and that even though maybe you wouldn't feel pain by this or understand this, validate it in some way, that it is valid. My feelings are valid, my experience was valid, whether it's skewed or not. And I don't want to hear, why it's skewed or how it's skewed. Just the fact that I have some sort of way of being that I'm sharing with you because I obviously trust you. And then this person just, I don't know, like acts the way they generally act. It's like, it's kind of like dad energy. Well, at least my dad, I don't know your dad, but the dad energy is like always giving sort of this advice where it's like, I don't know where that came from either, but maybe more comes in. Okay, maybe more comes in here with this person. But let's go into this energy over here kind of as the why. There's a lot here about this person releasing a whole lot. Okay, they are releasing, shedding. It's a period of die-off for this person so that they can ascend and become someone who has a different perspective on life and about themselves as well. I feel like this person has misdirected passions right now. And so this is causing a lot of, I don't know how this ties back to you, but maybe it'll come through, okay? They do plan on doing tarot if we don't get too long, but yeah, like this is just running into this energy. I don't know why there's two piles here, Spirit, but whatever. I just wasn't told. Okay, so the passion, it's misdirected because of the fact that this person has their hand in so many cookie jars, like trying to find or seek or be and do in some way, and I think they enjoy that, keeping busy. And I don't really feel like they're doing this to distract themselves so much, that I feel it's well intended. Like even the gym thing here, like I do feel this person does go to the gym, okay? That keeps pulling through, but it's like if they only knew that the passion that they feel could be more targeted and direct in an area that does fulfill them, they would be so much happier and more accomplished with what they would call accomplishment. And I feel like this is what's happening for this person. You know, this person is aligning themselves to thrive. And I feel like during this process, okay, now it's coming through. Thank you, Spirit. During this process, I feel like this person is removed from you, or at least they feel isolated. So this is most likely why they're thinking about you. Like either you're, you know, someone who they want to, well, you certainly want, they're thinking of you. They want to connect with you, but they feel like you're off doing your own thing, or that they have to be, they're off on their own and you're off on your own. And like they're trying to learn about themselves and release certain things that don't serve them in their world, and then you're sort of doing the same thing in your world. So it's like both of you guys are doing yourselves. So how this person feels, and so therefore there's not a connecting here. And I do feel this person wants to connect. I feel like this person wants to be in an energy where they can connect with you better, and I don't know that they know that to see how that could be possible with them. So I feel like maybe this is a them wanting to understand themselves, so that when they come forward, if they come forward, or how they can come forward, it works with you. And I do feel like this person has a lot of relationships where they feel isolated. And so I think they're getting a good understanding, or trying to work on viewing how they connect with people, because there's a lot of space between them and people in general. So specifically with you and this person, I feel like this is someone who was in your life, and then, you know, you guys had a falling out. So I don't know, it could be someone you haven't talked to for a while, or you want to talk to. My stomach is gurgling. I don't know if you guys can hear the gurgling. So there's something about needing to release, transform, and be someone else in order for them to have more impactful communication, or come forward with communication, or understand how to communicate. Because I feel like there was a falling out here. I feel like this person feels either you left this person, you know, because there was a way of them being that didn't work with your energy for whatever reason, or just a falling out. And so this person feels like at this point in time, they kind of feel isolated or alone. But I feel like they feel this way for most individuals in some way. I feel like this person wants to connect with you. Like I feel they want to feel connection. And also I feel like you guys might have very good, when you guys were flowing, communication, or have the same sort of mindset, or understand each other when it comes to how you guys communicate or express. Like there's a deep understanding of communication when you guys flowed. But I feel like right now it does feel like a falling off period, and I do feel like there's a lot of transition and release. And I also feel that there's feeling isolated and alone from connection, and there's also reflecting on how they could see things differently. So I feel like this person is like if this was someone you had a falling out with because it got too stagnant, or it just got to a certain point, this person's intention is, I want to become more understanding, or see myself from my person's point of view, so that I can do things different, or so I can grow better, understand better, or connect better, you know? And maybe they just wanted to have better communication with you and be understood. And maybe that was the challenge, because I'm seeing like two people who can communicate well and be of like minds. And maybe you guys weren't on like minds. And so this whole transformation they're doing on releasing maybe mindsets or certain things in their life that were holding them back, or certain ways of being that weren't serving their highest good of how they could connect with people and specifically to communicate and express themselves with you so that you guys could be seeing eye to eye on the same page or understand each other's way of expression or communication or what you guys both want. So good intention to want growth, want to connect and all that, but I feel like this person feels alone and sort of isolated or even abandoned by you. So you, I don't know, like, did you just up and disappear, or maybe you moved away? I feel like this person has a lot of people in their past who have maybe disappointed this person like quite a bit here. And so I think this person might be actually quite skeptical, or a skeptic of people in general. Although, like I said, there's this optimistic sort of side to them. There's also this skepticism. Oh my goodness, my stomach, you hear that? This bear's growling. There's skepticism that people say what they mean, or that people understand them, or that's, yeah, like I feel this person has an understanding of who they are. And so what they're projecting is that most people don't think like this, or will understand this way, or can get my mind, but it's like, well, you're just projecting this. And so they might be actually mirroring this out and then recreating their reality, which is people can't connect because, I don't know, this person is just putting that out there. I do feel like this person might be involved with like I don't know, like volunteering or like just service, like they might go and help with old folks homes, or take care of more vulnerable people in society. I feel like there's something unspoken between you and this person that's coming through now, so maybe why they're thinking